I just got done watching video, and shout outs to GW3, his video, and he talked about how you have to make moves to the point to where you don't want your family members to even know what your moves are gonna be. And it got me into thinking. Hold on one sec. That's too okay. Anyway, and he talked about how basically your family members are nothing more than a bunch of leeches. Because that's really what they are, basically. Your family members and your friends. Because you don't want to announce your moves in terms of what you're trying to do. Especially to close associates that really. And I encourage people to read this book here. And this book really. And I got into the chapter where he talked about how he was referring to the movie Matrix, and there's another movie I'm going to refer to, and it was called He Got Game. And there was an episode where, I think, what was it, Jesus Shuttleworth's character was getting a ride. Him and his cousin was getting a ride from this guy called Big Timer. And Big Timer was talking about how he was in a foul mood. He didn't get his coffee this morning. And then he broke down how certain people were being destroyed. As you can see. Don't mind me, just a little sun glare. It's the one thing I can't stand about having a light over the fan. But anyway, he talked about how your family members will definitely destroy you. Because if you tell them everything, like this guy was basically on the verge of becoming a huge basketball star. And he talked about how the Negroes will sit there and drink 40s and act a fool. And then he talked about the women and how much, how much leeches they are. Because they'll throw that sex at you real quick. And then the last and not least, you got your family members. And even the girl you're messing with and their family members. Don't you want me to look good? Don't you want me to look fly? And all this other stuff. They will borrow money you like a leech. Like a vampire leech. And that's how they operate. This is how these gold diggers will operate towards you. And like I said, and he talked about in the Matrix how these people basically are not plugged, and they don't want to unplug the system because they're benefiting from the system. And the people that are not unplugged this system, they will fight you tooth and nail to protect the system. This is how this wicked system has been, and it's always going to be this way no matter what. And especially to this society of this North American culture. And like I said, man, I agree with what he was saying about these black women. See, these black women are only organized to destroy you, black man, and you just don't get it. But some of you guys are starting to wake up and smell the coffee. And some of you Hispanic men are starting to wake up and smell the coffee. We have to get back together to our fellow men. And that's just what it's about. That's why, man, when you see these women walking around here, and some of the women I kind of knew, whether it be in these hookah shops or any places, you think these women are really going to give you the time of day? No. And I have to agree with Nino Brown and what he's saying. He's absolutely right. You got to keep your moves very quiet. Don't tell them. Don't show them. Just do it. And if the moves are necessary, then so be it. But anyway, I encourage people to read this book, and I'm gonna finish this book one way or the other, and then after that, I gotta still. And this book I bought decades ago. I started to read a little bit of it here and stuff, and like I said, and let's see here. This book here, I'm gonna get a chance to read it, and I have listened to it on audio. Not gonna lie. So as they say, some of you guys, you don't need to announce your moves. Just do it. Don't sit there and announce your moves to everybody. Not everybody has to be part of your moves. You know what I mean? Just go up and do your moves. And I have to agree with GW. I have to agree with him on that. You know what I mean? I have to agree. Because it's gotten to the point where not only that, your family members are definitely your enemy. There's no question about it. And even your friends can be your enemy. I know a guy right now who's basically in that brainwashed Bible. And I am not against the Bible, but let's face the facts. They use that Bible to really brainwash you. And think about this. Do you think your enemy is going to sit there and really care about practicing the principles of that Bible? No. They can care less. Your enemy will just sit there and laugh at your stupid asses. So, I'm going to tell you men this right now. Don't tell everybody your move. Just do it. And be secretive about it. Don't even tell your friends, your girlfriends, or nothing. Because they're going to be your enemies. You know, because by the end of the day, all they want to do is leech off you. And with that, I got to give a shout out to GW3 for coming out with that video. Shout outs to you, brother. And this is Carl Mitchell signing off.